So the next indicator we're going to take a look at is the ATR indicator. And this indicator can be very nice because it can give us objective levels to exactly where to place the stop loss and exactly where to place the target level. But how does the ATR indicator work? Well, the ATR is an indicator that measures market volatility, or in other words, it measures how much the price moves, or to be more precise, how much the price moves on average. And to simplify the calculation here, what the ATR basically does is that it calculates the average price movement. And the most common period is to calculate the average price movement of the last 14 candles. And 14 is a very common number. Remember, for example, the RSI indicator also uses 14 periods to calculate momentum. And I usually find it valuable to, have harmony between the indicators. So if you use 14 period for the RSI, you might also want to use 14 period for the ATR and so on and so on. And if you change the settings of the RSI, you might want to consider changing the settings for the ATR indicator as well to keep the harmony here between the indicators. But now let's take a look at how do we use the ATR. Well, one use case is to use it to calculate the stop loss. And here you can use a multiplier of the ATR to manage risk. And here different traders will use different values, but a common way is to set your stop loss at 2 times the ATR. You can also use the ATR to find target levels. And once again, you can set a multiplier of the ATR to find your target levels. And this is often relative to the stop loss. So many times, what I mean by this is many times you base the stop loss based on the ATR, and then you base the target based on the actual stop loss. So both the target and the stop loss will be based on the ATR, but it's easier to base the target off the stop loss, if that makes any sense. And the benefits here of the ATR is that it can help us adjust our trading strategy according to the market conditions, or in other words, according to how much the price moves on average. So for example, right here we have an ATR indicator. It's just a simple line. And how you read this ATR is basically, if you for example take a look at right here, we can see that it says 400. This means that on this point, the price moved by 400 on average over the last 14 days. And if you, for example, read the ATR at this point right here, we can see that it says 600. So at this point, the price moved by 600 on average, and so on and so on. All right, so now let's jump back into the chart here, and let's take a look at how to open the ATR and how to use the ATR to take more informed trading decisions. To open the ATR, we want to head over here to the indicators tab in TradingView, and no surprise, what you want to search for here is simply ATR. And with TradingView, you will always have tons of different variations of the ATR, but just the normal ATR that is called average true range is definitely good enough. So let's open that one up. Now I want to head to the settings tab here, and I just want to change, as you can see, the length here is 14, but you can change this one if you want to, but we want to keep it simple for this video, and the only thing I want to do is make the ATR a bit larger here so you guys can see it clearly. So let's press OK now. And let me also move my camera here so that you guys can see the values of the ATR. And now let's take a look here. Remember, the trade we were looking to take was right here. So what we want to do is that we want to go down to the ATR and read the ATR for that candle. And to be more precise, we want to read it from the green candle right here. We can actually use a horizontal trend line. So you can see we draw a trend line on this level, and you can see that the value here is 0.0021. I'm not going to talk about pips here because that will just confuse many beginners. You just think about this as 0.0021. And now to use the ATR, let's once again click on long position here because we're looking to buy. And remember, we want to buy on this candle right here. And here you can see that when we adjust our stop loss, you can see the value of the stop loss. So for example, if we set our stop loss right here, you can see that it says 0.0021. So right now we have a stop loss of the ATR. We have 1 times the ATR. But remember, a common value to set the stop loss is to set it at twice the ATR. So in this case, it would be right here, right? 0.0042. And if we use this kind of stop loss, we want to adjust our risk to reward ratio based on the ATR. So if we have a 2 to 1, then our target will be at 0.0084, right? 4 times 21 is 84. So this is essentially how you can use the ATR indicator to always have objective rules to set your stop loss and target.
This video was just a very short clip from our full technical analysis course. To watch the full video, simply click or tap on the screen right here. I hope to see you guys over there, but for now, take care. Ciao, ciao.